Alright, so we are watching a Silver Zen. First thing I noticed right off the bat is you gotta watch what you were saying at the beginning. You weren't saying like anything like bad, but it was just like generally toxic, and like that's not gonna help your team succeed. Like no one's gonna be happy if you're making them feel bad, and they're not gonna want to listen to your calls. In the meantime, let's check this out. Okay, so just general advice, if everyone's full health, generally you want to leave your Discord on whoever you think's going to take damage first. So like when you're walking like here, I would have thrown it on my Ryan, my Reaper, or my Zarya, because one of them should be the person to take damage first, and just let it sit there. It's no big deal, and it might lose line of sight, but it's not going to hurt, and getting used to your orbs always being on someone is one of the best things you can do on Zen. Okay, so let's make sure we're shooting more, because like there's enemies like that we could have been shooting here, and we were just kind of like chilling. Like right here, we could have just been shooting. No big deal, just holding left click.
McCree's behind, McCree's behind. McCree's discorded.
Good call on the McCree, but then like watch this right here. You're 47 health, which means you can very easily die to that splash damage from that Pharah, and you're actually actively peeking her still. Like right here, like if she didn't just tunnel vision your Ashe, there's no reason that you shouldn't have died. And so just gotta be a little bit more careful with that, watch your positioning a little bit with that. Kind of got so tunnel visioned on that Pharah and what was going on with the McCree to your left that you didn't even realize that you know, your team was all dying.
Even discorded. Even D-Mac. Ryan discorded. Break Ryan shield. Break Ryan shield.
If you're breaking Ryan shield, which you just called, you need to just left click Ryan shield. It does much more damage than charging a shot. If you're not breaking Ryan shield, then don't make that call.
Nice.
So either way, like you did that wrong. The worst thing that can happen to your teammates is you make a call and then don't follow up on it, and they do something because you made that call. Because what's going to happen is they're just going to die, or that call's going to be pointless, and then they're never going to listen to any of your calls again, even the ones that are good.
Lucius discorded. Diva discorded. Yo, fair discorded. Nice. I'm trans, by the way. Ryan discorded.
Good Discord call-outs, by the way, that's good.
See, like our orb is on our Ashe the whole time here, and like our Reaper is flying in front of us low. Our Ryan needed healing, not very much, but needed some healing almost that entire time. Just make sure you're keeping that on who's actually going to take damage.
Even still discorded?
It's unfortunate because you kind of lost track of where you were and like got stuck on that side there. And if you could have gotten up there with your Transcendence sooner, things probably would have gone better.
No, Zen discorded? Oh, back up. Diva discorded?
Alright, so you got to make a choice here. Think about where you're standing right now. And we don't even really need to look at a map because you can really see both of them here. So you got the pillar here, and you've got this wall here. And either one of them give you good cover from the McCree and Diva. So why are we standing in the open here where we can very easily die? Either rotate this way or rotate this way so that you have some sort of cover. But where you're standing right now is basically like a throw of a position. And especially if you start to climb, like I'm assuming that's your goal if you're getting a VOD review, McCree's will start shooting you more and more. And so standing in the middle here when you know that a McCree is going to be coming for you is basically a throw.
Diva discorded.
Alright, so you know your team's just about to be back here, and so you don't really need to be frontline. I want to see you being like, very careful to live here, because there's no reason for you to stagger.
Nice. Yo, McCree discorded. Spy on point. They're discorded. Oh, I'm dead.
That's because we left our cover here. We pushed way up to throw this orb volley, which we could have done from where we were back standing, and we didn't even... She's already shooting at us.
Spy on point. They're discorded. Oh, I'm dead. I'll have trans soon. Just back out. Reinhardt discorded. Reinhardt chat.
So, why did we Transcendence here exactly? Like, if we look at this entire fight, like, what is going on here that made you say I need to throw my Transcendence right now? So, like, no one's critical here. Everyone's fairly high besides your Moira, who can self-heal and you can heal very easily. So what happened? Because you Transcendence before your ball was even pinned. So I don't really understand.
Reinhardt chat.
If you wanted to Transcendence the pin, you didn't say that was your goal, then you should have waited longer. Like, there's no real reason to do what you did. And now look, your Transcendence ended while your teammates were still shattered. And they could have gotten, like, hard punished. Like, there was no reason to let that happen to your team.
They're discorded.
So I don't know if you like thought that high noon was like above or something, but like you walked to the high noon when you don't even have like good cover. Like right here, he could have killed you very easily if he didn't kill your ball. You're 60 health and there's a health pack right next to you. Wouldn't have died to that fire barrage if we would have just grabbed this health pack. It's unlucky, but not really unlucky, because there's stuff we could have done to fix it.
Break down Ryan's shield. Ryan's discorded.
You're the second most forward person on your team right now, which doesn't make any sense as Zenyatta. You could be hitting the exact same shots from further back, kind of behind your team, and then you can see your entire team, so you can make sure you're moving your orbs to who you need to and stuff.
McCree's discorded. Lucia discorded. Nice. Yo, give it on the right. You're on the left.
Imagine if you would have been behind that whole time, so you could have seen her.
Taking possession of the objective.
We have to take out that. You guys discorded? Guys, don't get pooped off bridge. Don't get pooped off the bridge.
So tell your team.
You need to go right.
Yeah, your Pharah's got it. Kind of treat your team like they're idiots. So you told him don't get boofed off the bridge, which is cool and all, but tell him how not to get boofed off the bridge. Like, tell them to go right.
Yo, but Lucio's one.
That's unfortunate. That's something that can
Nice,
be
nice.
fixed with aim. The thing about it is, like, I'm not going to tell you your aim is good or bad, because you play in your elo with your aim every day.
Nice, Steven's out of
So
mech.
obviously your aim is at least, oh god. Obviously your aim is at least good enough to be where you are, because otherwise
Yo,
you
but
wouldn't be there.
Lucio's one.
Now if you think that
Nice,
you're not
nice.
hitting the shots you need to, like
Right,
that would
right.
be fine,
Keep it on the
then
right.
yes, go do some aim practice.
nice.
But don't just say,
Right,
oh,
right.
my aim
Keep
is
it on
what's
the
holding
right.
me back, because there's one, heroes that require no aim, and
Right,
two,
right.
there's
Keep it on
people
the
that
right.
have climbed to like master, grandmaster who have just garbage aim. So
Nice,
why
you
did
good?
we ever transcendence here?
Out of mech.
Even if this baby diva killed you, what was the real concern? Like, your team has been cleaning up.
Right,
Got the
right.
Lucio,
Keep it on the right.
you get the diva, your team gets the...
Nice, Steven's out of mech.
So this doesn't make any sense here, that you transcendence here to not let this
Nice,
baby
Steven's
diva
out of mech.
kill you. Because even if she killed you, like, what was gonna happen?
Keep it on the right.
Look at that kill feed, like, your team had already killed everyone. And so I don't understand
Nice,
in the
Steven's out of
slightest
mech.
why you would transcendence here. She probably wouldn't have killed you, like, you probably would have won that fight, and then, you know, even if she did kill you, it didn't matter. Your team kept the point 100% without you, so now you wasted
Three on the left.
transcendence.
Ryan's discorded. We have to take out the Sarah.
Imagine if you would have had transcendence there, that would have been no concern.
He was discorded. Almost down. Ryan's discorded.
Like, why are we right clicking there? Why are we not just left clicking? Like, it just doesn't make any sense when you could be doing so much more damage. And then look at when you ulted again. Your team had already basically won. You guys were 4 up when you ulted.
Right.
They're going right. Kill
Ryan's one.
Ryan's discorded. Kill Ryan shield. Kill Ryan shield.
Our orb
Ryan's
should have been on
discorded,
our
Ryan's
Ryan the whole time here. Like, the Mei was in the our far back, and your Mei has cryo. Like that, how I talked in the beginning about keeping on whoever's going to take damage first. Mei is not your concern for who's going to take damage first. And so that's super unfortunate. You got to be looking at those healing orbs just a little bit more. And then honestly, one of the biggest things probably holding you back is that it basically feels like you don't have a transcendence because of how you're using it. You're throwing it like so randomly that it's not helping you at all. And definitely, so my top 3 for you would be healing orb usage, alt usage, and then definitely some positioning stuff too. Like I'm trying to give you appropriate advice for your rank. And so your positioning overall, like out of all like Overwatch players, is pretty bad. But your positioning for your rank, it isn't much below what I would expect. But if you start to get it up a little bit, first off, that'll allow you to keep climbing, and then second off, that will allow you to have the positioning that you're going to need once you start getting to higher elos. And so positioning, alts, and harmony orb usage, and you can pretty much guarantee you'll start climbing.